There has been times where I've had interviews where after the interview, I literally said to myself, like, I don't mind if I don't get the job. Well, hello, school counselors and school counselors to be. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel, The Inspiring School Counselor. And today, you guys, I am taking you all along the journey with me for my elementary school counselor interview that I have coming up in about, I would say, 35 minutes. I wanted to just kind of give you guys a glimpse of just how I prepare for an interview. I'm super excited about this interview just because it's closer to home for me. If you guys don't know, you're going to know now, I actually travel about 50 minutes away to work every day. And even though I love my job, I love, the people that I work with, I love the students, I love what it is that I do. But you guys, just that drive 50 minutes away going to work and coming from work, it's just a lot. And so when you're doing that Monday through Friday, waking up really early, wear and tear on your car, I'm like, okay, I want to find something close to home. And so I was on the internet, of course, this position popped up and I absolutely had to apply for it. I really love that it's going to be for next year, and so I can finish up this year with my kiddos. This is actually going to be an interview over Zoom. This is what I have right now. Still yet, whether I'm going to an interview in person or it's over Zoom, I still make sure that I have my book with me. And it just has everything that I need in here. I'll put it down in the description below so that you guys can see some of the things that I like to keep in this book. One thing that I do have a set of questions to ask for each school level. And so if I'm doing an elementary, school counselor interview, I'm not going to ask like high school questions. So I always like to have my questions already ready for each school level that I am applying for. Another thing that I have pulled up is the job description and everything that they're going to look for me to do. And I also have some questions about some of the things just so I can get more clarity of what that's going to look like at the school. So I'm already feeling nervous. I'm like getting butterflies in my stomach. So anyway, I currently have about 5 minutes because I want to go on there at 11:55. So yeah, about 5 minutes now. And so right now I just got finished looking at my school counselor interview questions. I put some things down on my tablet. So I feel good. I feel good about this. Yes, so currently with the school that I'm at, I do all of those things where I deliver guidance lessons, and how I'm able to formulate those lessons is at the beginning of the year, I always send out a needs assessment. I ask the parents to see, what is it that they think that the kids need. I also ask in that needs assessment, asking the teachers, what do they think that the students need? And sometimes too, I will go back on past needs assessments that I have done as well. And I try to create that plan for the whole school year. Child abuse trainings. Usually I would do those things at the beginning of the year. And if it is that my administrator needs me to touch bases throughout the year, I would do that as well. But I've done child abuse trainings. I have done de-escalation trainings for the teachers, or I should say faculty and staff. I have also done where I would have to help lead the school-wide positive behavior system and implementing things for that and talking to the teachers about that and getting their feedback. So one of the lessons that I did teach was on cooperation, teamwork. And so one of the things that I like to do is first bring attention to Hey you guys, so I am currently on my lunch. I actually got a call from the school that I interviewed for last week. Super excited. I was not able to pick it up because I was teaching a class, but I'm waiting for the principal to call me back. The principal had to step out, and so he said that he will call me back. So I'm just waiting for him to do so, to tell me whether or not I got the job or not. I'm excited but nervous at the same time, but I just know that God has worked everything out. So I'm gonna just keep my hopes up high. I'm on lunch right now, so I'm just gonna wait. Hopefully he calls during my lunchtime so that I can be able to pick it up. So all right, you guys, I am gonna go ahead and get off of here. I'm gonna do some working out while I'm on lunch, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, you guys, so I guess I have a second interview with this school. I wasn't expecting that, still excited. So I'm gonna get my school counselor portfolio together. I wasn't able to show my portfolio during the first interview, and that is because it was over Zoom. So I'm gonna actually bring my school counselor portfolio this time. So I can't wait. Hey, you guys. So I wanted to take a moment to just talk to you guys about my experience today with this second interview. First of all, y'all, I am just super excited, and I'm more and more in love with this position. I pray that I get the job. But I absolutely love going for my second interview. I don't know if I told you guys earlier, but whenever I did the Zoom last Friday, it actually was where they couldn't see my face, but I could see theirs. I don't know why. My camera was turned on and everything, but they still wasn't able to see me. So I think it was like a technology issue on their part. Talking to them today and actually having that face-to-face interaction with them. And I also brought my school counselor portfolio, and I'm so happy that I did. And I'm actually so happy that I asked them, was there anything that they would like for me to bring? Because that gave me an opportunity to showcase some of the things that I already do at the school now. All I did was I just chose things that I had done this year instead of focusing on like last year or the year before that. I wanted to give them recent things to look at. So when I was sitting down in the office with the principal, showed them my school counselor portfolio, and I let him flip through it, and he was just really impressed with just everything that I do with the school that I'm at currently. And so he was super impressed by it. And I also had a chance to talk to the school counselor there that is going to be leaving. And that was an awesome opportunity for me to just, talk to her. I was able to see her space and how she works everything at the school. And I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed it. But I just wanted to get on here really quick to talk to you guys about it because I know I didn't talk to you guys earlier. And so I'm super excited. There has been times where I've had interviews where after the interview, I literally said to myself, I don't mind if I don't get the job. But however, for this one, it's everything that I have imagined for myself in coming in. And I'll get more in detail with you guys later on in the video. But I just super excited. So I'm going to get ready to get off of here. But I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy. All right, you guys, so I have exciting news. I ended up getting the job. I am so excited. God is so good. It's an answered prayer. And so I can't wait to take you guys through the journey of me just getting acclimated at my new school and getting everything just set up. And I'm super excited. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit later on about just everything. So as you guys already seen from the clips before, I ended up getting the job. Super excited about that. It's definitely been a long time coming. I've been here at the school that I'm at currently for 3 years now. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I absolutely love it. I love the kids there. I love the faculty and staff there. But me personally, when it comes down to the driving aspect, I was putting 500 miles on my car a week. And, just waking up really early to get, there in the mornings. And then by the time I leave the school, it's already evening, and it's just a whole lot. And so that's just something that I knew when it comes down to, what I'm willing to do and what I'm willing to continue to do. And that was just one of the things that, I did not want to continue to do. And gratefully so, I thank God for answering my prayers and opening up this door at the school that, I just accepted the position at to be school counselor there. Because literally it's not far from my house whatsoever. And definitely I'm going to be saving a lot of money in pertaining to gas and everything like that. So the day that I actually found out that I got the job was also the day that my principal found out that I was interviewing in the first place and trying to leave to go somewhere else. And it's something because I was actually in the hallway at the time. And as I'm walking, she looks at me and she's like, I got to talk to you about something. So I'm thinking I wonder what this is going to be. I wonder what's going on with one of the kids. And she just was like, hey, there's a principal that called me. And I was like, instantly when she said that, I smiled and I was just like, yes, I did put an application. I did do an interview. And so now they reached out to you. And what I really love about my current principal, and actually my principal before her was the same, I feel the same way about her too, is that they are so down to earth and you could talk to them and they totally get it. I mean, she understands and she knows that, you know, I love the school. I love, you know, coming to work and working with them. Of course, they love me too. But I was like, the drive is just really getting me. You know, I'm just not, you know, for the drive. And so she was like, look, I get it, girl. You got to do what's best. I hate that you have to leave. But she was like, I totally understand that this is the right move for you. And so I really do love that. And when you have a principal that understands you, that cherishes you and also understands your needs and what's going to be best, it just makes things a whole lot easier. And so she was just telling me, yes, he reached out and, you know, she put in a good word for me. And one of the things that I knew that I did not want to do was let my principal know that I was looking for another job. For one, I didn't want to let her know about this particular job that I applied for because it was for a whole nother school year. And so it wasn't like I was trying to leave in the middle of the year. And so that was something that I didn't really feel like I needed to hurry up and tell her that I was doing interviews. But, you know, to each his own. You might feel like that's something that you want to do. It's just all about how you feel and how you want to go about. But for this, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to put this application in. And actually today, I did go to the school. So currently I'm on spring break and I did not want to go through my spring break without, you know, inquiring if I could come and just, you know, meet the faculty and staff, meet some of the kids, and just talk even more in depth with the school counselor. And I was able to find a lot of good and great information. I was able to look at a lot of great tools and things that the school counselor used there. And what I love about the school counselor there is that she was just like, look, honey, you can use this stuff. You could throw this stuff out. It's whatever you want to do, you know, but she was like, I'm just going to leave this stuff for you. And what I really love about the principal, the assistant principal, and the school counselor there, they are so open. Like the principal, and the assistant principal is like, look, come anytime. I know that you're busy and you have your school as of right now, but come anytime. And they're just so welcoming. And that's really what I felt today when I was there and I was walking through and I was meeting everybody. And it was just a really good feel. So when I went today, I was able to go to the lunchroom with the school counselor, and she allowed me to meet different faculty and staff there. I was also able to go into different classrooms and meet, you know, some of the kids and meet the teachers in the classrooms. I also was able to even sit in on a lesson that the school counselor was doing. And I really love that I was able to do that just to see how she does everything, because how it's set up. So at the school I'm at currently, I have a whole classroom. And even though I'm not a part of the related arts rotation, I at least have a place where the kids actually come to me. But at the school that I'm getting ready to transition into, you know, I have my own office, but if it is that I want to teach classes, I have to go to the teachers' classrooms to teach them. And so this is a different process for me, and I'm really going to really just get that feel. And I guess when I look at that, I mean, it's a pro to it and it's a con to it. And I also even talked about this already, and I'll put that video down in the description below. But it's a pro and con, because when you have a classroom and you already have everything within your classroom, you know, no matter what activity it is, or if you need to switch things, you could do it because you're already in your classroom and everything that you need is in there. Versus if you have to travel to a classroom to deliver your lessons, you have to make sure that you got everything you need for that lesson, and you have a plan B just in case you need to, you know, change something about it, because you just can't go and run back to your class and bring it back. So that's one of the things that I do have to make sure that I get used to, because it was nothing for me to be like, you know what, instead of me using this game, I'm going to pull out this game instead. And so now I just got to really make sure that I have everything with me. Another thing that I want to bring up in pertaining to delivering lessons. So at the school I'm at currently, I teach, you know, classes, and they're an hour long. So whenever I have my classes, they're going to be an hour long. And so usually I would do 30-minute lesson and then 30-minute school store. For this school, the school counselor only teaches 30-minute lessons. It's definitely a shorter time. And actually it works out because I know how to do a 30-minute lesson, because usually at the school I'm at now, when I do my 30-minute lesson, I deliver it. And then even though I'm doing the school store for the last 30 minutes, I have an activity that they are working on and they're doing while I'm doing the school store. I just have to make sure I just chop down the lesson maybe to 15 minutes and then do a 15-minute activity. Or I can always switch it up. It just depends on how I feel. Another thing is that they do not have a school store that's implemented. I have mentioned during the interview process the things that I've implemented at the school that I'm at currently, which I did talk about the school store. Is that something that I'm wanting to inquire about to see if I can implement? I'm sure I probably will, but I don't know if I'm going to just go right into doing that. First, I'm just going to really just take this first year of just getting acquainted with everybody, learning the students, and just learning what is already in place. And as time goes by, if the time presents itself, then I'm going to introduce the school store and see how they feel about that. I cannot wait till I show you the office space and just what that looks like. I absolutely love it. Now, one thing that I didn't notice about being in the office space is that there is not a window, and that does make a difference. Like when you have just that natural sunlight coming in, it just makes, I don't know, I just love it. But now this office does not have that. So I just have to really find some really good lights to, put in there to kind of just brighten up the room. It is a big space though, for the most part. A big office space. And so I'm really looking forward to how I'm going to utilize that, use it for individual counseling in small groups. So the school that I'm going to be at next year is going to be serving pre-K through 5th grade. So that's definitely a big jump from where I'm at now currently, which is pre-K through 2nd grade. I cannot wait to kind of just really get into that 3rd through 5th grade, working with those students and, coming up with lessons, because there is a lot of lessons that I did run into whenever I did go searching for my lessons for the school level that I'm at currently, that I would see certain things. I was like, man, that's a really good lesson, but I don't think that my younger kids will get it. So there are some lessons that I cannot wait to implement and do with the students. One of the things that I absolutely love about knowing early that I got the job and I'm going to be starting for next year is just the amount of time that I have to prepare. Whenever I first got this job that I'm at currently, working as a school counselor at the primary school, I interviewed in December. They told me in December that I was going to be working January 6th. And so I only had about 2 weeks to prepare for that, prepare my lessons, get mentally prepared and all of that. And so that was a big rush. But now, I found out, what was it? I think it was in like February that I ended up getting the job to start for the 2023-2024 school year. And so that starts in August. And so I have from the day that I was told, which was sometime in February, all the way until I think we go July 31st, but the kids don't start back until August, I think 5th or 6th or 7th. And so I have all of that time to really just utilize it to prepare all of my lessons, to really start planning how I want my office to look, even start getting different counseling tools and looking for different things that I'm wanting to bring into my office to make sure that I have. And so there's just a lot of time that I have. You guys, that's everything that I have that I want to talk to you guys about. I'm sure that there's going to be plenty of more things that I can think of later on to do a video on. But for right now, I think I pretty much covered everything. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to email me at theinspiringschoolcounselor@gmail.com, or you can even put it down in the comments below your question and I'll try to get with you as soon as possible. Maybe you're one that's, just want to know that whole transition from one school to another and how that is. I actually do have a video on that, and I'll also put that down in the description below so that you guys can go and watch that. I thank you guys so much for your time. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. I will see you guys next time.